Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back with another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 replay cast. Gonna be having ourselves another one of these AlphaStar's Starcraft 2 videos here. Just can't get enough of this robot playing Starcraft 2, so I just figured, right, let's cast another one. This one is going to be one that some of you guys have been asking for. It's going to be a Protoss AlphaStar taking on another Grandmaster Zerg. I really have enjoyed the way that AlphaStar has gone about the PvZ matchup. So I'm excited what it's going to bring out in this one. I'm really just enjoying how we seem to learn a little bit more about how this artificial intelligence plays every video I do. I'm not going to go much into what AlphaStar is at this point. You guys probably know what it is. If you by some off chance don't, just Google AlphaStar DeepMind StarCraft 2. It'll come up. There's a lot of intelligent people that have talked about this artificial or this AI. Anyway, so a PvZ matchup. I think this should be another good one here, as AlphaStar has played against a lot of different Zerg styles. So every Zerg it plays against, it's always a treat to see it play. So it goes for a probe scout. Apparently AlphaStar doesn't like getting Zergling rushed. The fact that it's looking for an early pool there. It doesn't scout in every matchup, I've noticed. So it's kind of cool to see that it is coming on in here and checking out the Zerg space. Are you kidding me? AlphaStar even zaps a drone a little bit. Is it gonna keep doing that? Oh my gosh, you cheeky devil. AlphaStar mines the minerals, zaps the drone, and then is on its way out. That's just comical. The fact that the AI does some of those BM stuff. Apparently it also attacks hatcheries too, just to be the biggest jerk possible, and then it's gonna send that probe home. Taking a look here, AlphaStar is getting out its Adept, chrono boosting that out. It does open up a lot like people. I'm guessing that this is due to the fact that AlphaStar learned how to play based off like human models of how humans play, and then it adapted on its own. So I'm curious if that is the reason why it opens up like this, or if it actually developed this opening on its own. I think that this is just the way that it opens up like a human pretty much every single game. I think that it probably is because of that. Don't quote me on that though. I can't speak for that for sure. It's just one of the things that it really makes you wonder how this AI kind of works in its own mind. We got the two scouting Zerglings for the GM Zerg moving across the map. Of course, Grandmaster players are very darn good at the game, so it'll look pretty familiar to a lot of the pro games that you watch as well, which I also cast on this channel. So if you're familiar with PvZ, we see these two scouting Zerglings run on in. They see the Stargate. They're going to be a bit of a pain. Might get some of AlphaStar's workers, but no, AlphaStar pulls the probes, gets that Ling running. It's going to keep chasing this Ling, but it actually does manage to get it. It's got us two Adepts now shading into the Zerg space, actually getting a fair bit of damage done here. That's interesting how the Zerg kind of just right-clicks their drones onto that mineral patch and then gets back to work. That's actually like a interesting bit of micro there. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, before we get too far into this video, make sure to press that like button. It's a little bit later that I'm doing this commentary, but I thought, right, I gotta do another one of these videos. I know I missed a video yesterday. I try my best not to do that, so if you like daily StarCraft 2, feel free to subscribe. I mean, I got quite a busy schedule, so I try and squeeze in these videos whenever I can, even if it's like 9 o'clock, like right now. But yeah, for this video, as this Protoss Nexus is being harassed by these Lings, actually canceled. That's actually very nice for the Zerg getting that with just a handful of Lings. As that Nexus goes down, let's try and break that like goal of let's say you guys told me that 21 likes was not ambitious, or 13 likes wasn't ambitious enough. So we're gonna go ahead and say 13 times 2. So let's go for 26 likes on this video. AlphaStar, fending off these Lings once again. Going to activate his Pulsar Beam. Going to work away on these Zerglings, get them running. We'll clean all of them up. AlphaStar does the classic AI thing in which when it's harassed, it will pull like everything back. It basically has no chill. It says, right, send everything we got, as there's a Zergling in the base, so we got to take care of that. It does throw up its third base, though. It is out on the map with its oracles. The Zerg player, though, firing out another round of Zerglings. I'm not sure if this is just for harassment or if this is going to start to put the pressure onto AlphaStar. I haven't personally seen AlphaStar face too much Zerg cheese, so that would be really fun to watch to see how it's going to handle like Mass Ling or something like that, whether it'll build sentries or what. Anyway, the oracles for AlphaStar are going to move on in. Pretty darn good micro so far. It does actually lose one of the oracles. That hurts the AI a little bit. AlphaStar, though, it's got that mentality that it's like, I can always build another oracle on the way. It did manage to kill off 13 drones this game with the 2 adepts and the oracles, so it's doing pretty well for itself. Actually up on the worker count. AlphaStar, man, it really knows how to build probes, but it doesn't know how to build wall locks. These Lings are going to get right into the Protoss player's base, and AlphaStar is going to have itself a real bad time. It seems that the probes are doing okay at the natural versus those Lings. In the main, the Oracle is pursuing these Lings, but they're still all alive. I mean, a fair few of them are bruised up. The ones in the natural have been cleaned up, but some probe's going to die in the main base, that's for sure. Currently, we've seen AlphaStar lose 9 workers. And really, that could have been avoided if it just had a complete wall up there. AlphaStar, though, going for counter damage. Shade some of these adepts in. Going to pick off another drone or 2. 17 drones for the Zerg have gone down compared to 9 for the Protoss. So pretty good for AlphaStar so far. But it is really funny the way that AlphaStar plays. Like, it sometimes has these fatal flaws, which you can easily point out. And you'll be like, well, if it just did this, it would be a lot better. But I guess that's not really how the AI learns. It just kind of adapts based on the fact that, yeah, it might take big damage like that every now and then. 3 oracles for AlphaStar are around. They maybe thought they were going to fight the queens there for a minute. For now, though, more adepts going to be crossing the map. A Shade gets queued on in. It's going to be heading towards the natural base of the red player. I mean, this hatchery is going to be under fire from these adepts. We'll see if the Zerg player is going to counter this or not. The adepts shading on up. Going up this ramp, they do cancel the Shade. AlphaStar not suicidal, so not going to commit on in there. Just going to power up behind this. Getting up a 4th Nexus on the way because it is AlphaStar. It is a macro machine. I think that's probably the most defining trait of this AI. It really does know how to macro. It's not some cheesy robot or anything like that. These adepts will get surrounded, though. They're going to have themselves a real bad time. Queen's getting in on the fight, too. They will all get picked off here. Actually, a few made it to the natural, but there's Banelings there to greet them. I actually kind of want to go back and watch that, but we won't. Maybe after. We'll see. Adept shading into Banelings is always fun. AlphaStar with his 4 oracles is going to be moving on in. Picks off one of those queens. She gets on out of there. Just kind of like shows. It basically just shows up, kills the queen, drives on out. It's like, yep. Alright, I got what I wanted, and I'm leaving. Now this hatchery is going to be under fire, so these players are going blow for blow, but AlphaStar, good reaction, pulls the oracles back. Oracles are pretty darn good at killing Zerglings. Those Lings going to be heading back home. A 5th base on the way for the Zerg, except it's right by the 4th, so a bit of an odd place for a macro hatchery. Over them, there's another hatchery fired on up, so both these players are just macroing up like mad this game, but so far AlphaStar really has the lead just with its willingness to basically make workers non-stop. It doesn't skip a beat. Lots of probes on the way, and then the Zerg player a little bit more focused on defense and harassment. As I say that, oh man, AlphaStar has not completed that wall and is about to have a real bad time. These Lings in the natural could get a bit of damage done. We'll see if it's going to try and disrupt those Lings or not. So far the answer is no, it actually is. Oh no, AlphaStar, oh, it almost hits its own units. The main gets cleaned up, the natural is getting cleaned on up, so that actually doesn't go bad at all for AlphaStar. It seems like it dropped about 10 probes or so, but nothing too major there. It just keeps making probes, so it doesn't matter if it loses them. And that mentality, it actually works on my own ladder games, I've been playing just a little bit, as much as I can. I just figure, all right, let's make a few extra probes compared to what I usually do, just to cover my losses, like AlphaStar. And it works. It really does, I think. AlphaStar gonna be going up against a Spire here. It's already making a Phoenix, so this thing is like a wizard. It didn't even spot the Spire, but it's making a Phoenix, so a good counter to mutas there. We'll see if AlphaStar is actually gonna be able to micro the Phoenix, though, because they're actually a very, very micro-intensive unit. In fact, they're pretty much not a counter to mutas if you don't actually have if you don't actually micro them. Big ball of Lings could potentially face a big ball of Disruptor Nova. Not yet. AlphaStar just warping units in back at home to defend that. Getting up a 5th base. The Zerg player just droning up now, reaching high up in that count. Both players on a very, very strong economy. The Zerg actually has an insane bank. Is he just planning on making like a billion mutas? Oh no, AlphaStar could be getting bamboozled here. And I don't know if it actually has enough to defend versus mass muta transition. Now, unfortunately for the Zerg player, they're supply blocked, which is really gonna throw or damper their parade, rain on their parade. As they could make like another 17 mutas, and I bet once these overlords are done, they will. This is actually going to be a complete surprise here for AlphaStar. I don't know if I've ever seen it blindsided like this so much before. Lings are moving in on the map, but a ton of mutas are on the way. 14 on the way. We could potentially be seeing more. Yes, that count's going to grow and grow and grow as more mutas are built by this Zerg player. And AlphaStar already has 7 out, 16 more on the way. This is going to be a lot of mutas it's facing. Also, Ling harassment going on, but the main story is, does it have enough anti-air? I honestly don't think it does. It's got a couple of Archons, some Stalkers, and a Phoenix. But no actual answer to these mutas. More DTs warping in. Will they turn into an Archon? No. I don't know if AlphaStar is prepared to deal with this. Now, the mutas. Where are the mutas? Mutas. There's 29 of them on the map. I couldn't see them as a big blob because they're all clumped up, but they're actually going to be looking for an engagement here. There's 4 Archons out. AlphaStar is going to be taking on these mutas. It's got +2 attack to deal a lot of damage. However, it's kind of clumping up here. AlphaStar even hallucinates the Archons, knowing they're a high-value target. That is so sick, the fact that the AI knows how to do that in order to keep, or in order to hide its actual Archons. It's not warping in much more anti-air. It's made DTs, but there we go, turning them into Archons. I think AlphaStar has just shut down this bamboozle like the Zerg player. Massive muta surprise, but AlphaStar just so quickly made more Archons and even hallucinated Archons. That is so sick, the fact that the AI did that. The Zerg player is trying to make more mutas, have an overwhelming count to one-shot the Archons, but Archons are so good versus mutas, and AlphaStar is just killing this Zerg player. Lings and mutas are going on in. A couple of the Archons were segmented off, but the fact that the Protoss player has an economy behind this means that he can build a couple more of these Archons, so AlphaStar really needs to kill this army now or never. Or, I mean, the Zerg player needs to kill this army now or never, but there's just not enough. There's too many Archons here. I feel the Zerg player is giving it a good old college try with AlphaStar, even microing those Archons back with the Prism. I mean, what do you do at this point? You can try and engage the Archons, but then you die, and if you don't, you die anyway. I think AlphaStar has actually just beat this Zerg player, picking off the Prism. A very nice snipe move from AlphaStar, realizing the importance of that, but the muta count has dropped down to 17. There is 4 Archons out, 14 Stalkers. That is too much. This Zerg player is toast right now. And I honestly thought AlphaStar would have been in trouble, but no, it just reacts perfectly. It's like, yeah, when I attack, I know I am good to attack no matter what. And the AI proving that once again as AlphaStar basically just like doesn't give a darn as it just kills that Zerg player like it's nothing. Awesome to see AlphaStar winning convincingly like that and showing a bit of its own flair. The fact that it hallucinated that Archon there was just so sick. Like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe that it would try and use the element of surprise like that. Whether it just did it for tanking, but it was actually like, no, this is one of my Archons. That was so sick. I mean, like, yeah, leave a like for that one, ladies and gentlemen. If you stayed to the end of the video, you saw that hallucinated Archon. The fact that the AI is that smart, or just able to make a play like that is so cool. I don't think it really affected things in the grand scheme of things, but the fact that it just thought that was amazing. Like, wow, this AI blows me away. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy this kind of video, make sure to press that subscribe button, as I really enjoy doing these StarCraft 2 videos. It's a big hobby of mine. AlphaStar, non-AlphaStar, tournament, you name it, I'll do it. So subscribe and check out any other videos I do. But I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.